We doing marketing now. What I need to see, what I'm looking for.
My shirt.
Yeah, there you go. We looking for the logo. Our panel. What we're about to watch today is Mr. Donald Walker Jr.'s final presentation for Externship.
I'm a business major, and we're here to see Mr. Walker's externship presentation.
Hello, this is Nisha. I'm a business major student. I'm working on some work, and we're here to watch Donald.
All right, Mr. Walker, you on show. Yep, give us a nice introduction, command the room, let everybody know you ready to get started.
Alright, hi everybody, my name is Donald Walker. I'm here to speak about my externship at Kennedy Road Middle School in Griffin, Georgia. I am a business administration major here at Miller-Motte at the Macon campus. My externship consists of me completing 90 hours at a business of my choosing and basically learning the ins and outs of that business. As much as possible within those 90 hours. I was able to do mine in about 3 weeks. Typically, they try to get you to do it in about 5. The mission and the vision of where I was, because I was in the school, they catered to more towards students. So the mission of Kennedy Road is to help students prepare and accept responsibility, work hard, and show respect in any environment where everyone is accountable. Their vision is to empower all students to emerge and self-direct, future-ready learners within a caring community. One thing that I've learned is that with a business, you always want to have goals. You want to have long-term goals as well as short-term goals to help you meet those goals. So I was able to sit down with the principal of the school and ask him specifically what was the goals for his school this term. So his short-term goals was improving students' reading-led style. This is what they use to determine what grade level a student read on, and then also increase their math scores by 5% on the Georgia milestone. Long-term goal, the longevity of the school, their goal is to empower students to be ready to graduate college and be career ready, training students to become future leaders and contributing members of societies. Moving forward within school, I didn't really think that you could, well, I didn't think that a school would be ran as a business until I was able to do my extern and actually see kind of the ins and outs and behind the scenes. And some things that I noticed is it's divided up into 2 different working groups within the school. You got your classified and then you got your certified. Your classified are those that are non-teaching and they're not on contract, they're at-will workers. Those people that are classified will be considered the custodians, the lunchroom ladies, secretaries, and even paraprofessionals. Then you have your certified positions, which are your teachers, your principals, and your counselors. I had the opportunity to work with 6th grade, which was a 7-person team. Covering a 6th grade classroom as an English ELA teacher, if I was working year-round, it would be 4 units that I would be having to cover, which is writing narrative, information, and argumentative, and also as well as reading. One thing while doing this job I had to do was implement lesson plans that was in place by the teacher already there, and also assist struggling students. I had the opportunity to create policies and even a reward program with the students in my classroom as well as for the whole entire 6th grade. So in business you have clients and in schools you have clients. I was serving 160 students a day in 4 period blocks. It's a very diverse group with Caucasian, African American, and Hispanic, and then even a few others. I had an Indian student and some other ones. And some of the barriers was language and culture. And then the clients range from age 11 to 13. It's kind of funny, but like learning in Miller-Motte about how to engage clients and attract clients, the same thing applies with students. Like students don't come to school willing to work or learn, and I was able to take what I learned inside the classroom and apply it by getting them to buy into what I was selling, which was education.
Awesome.
The target market for the school as a whole is students. The more students they get, the more positions, the more funding from the government. But also, they also target partnerships through community and business for various projects and funding. One thing I was able to go in and see is Partners in Education, which is out of Griffin, what they call their people who are partners with the school. And be able to sit down with different businesses and see what those businesses could offer to help build different programs within the school and actually come up with financial plans for students that might not be able to have everything they need. Like we had a company to donate, I want to say about $5,000 for calculators for testing. So it was cool to see that. Also, their very main goal outside of serving the kids is to build relationship with business in the community that includes parents and other stakeholders, which was interesting. But like I said, the position that I had was ELA teacher at the middle school. I had to implement lesson plans left by the teacher, assist struggling students, also create records and documentation for students' grades and behavior. I also had to create policies and rules for the classroom as a whole, as well, like I said, the whole 6th grade, and that was really cool. The experience, what I had learned. From this externship, I learned a lot, and for me, it was really, I was excited about doing it because my overall goal for my career is to open up my own middle and high school combined, as well as my own company. And seeing how they use business principles to run day to day, it really helped me understand how two and two go together with performing customer service to parents and other people that comes in, other vendors that come in to service the school, and also just getting that insight on what it takes to run a school. So I really appreciate my externship and the time there. How can I benefit from it? Like I said, my goal is to open up my own school for middle and high school combined. And I was just, like I said, I was able to go in, learn the ins and out of it, network, and get different views on different things that will help me build my school to be successful. All right, learning on both sides. What more would I have liked to learn? I would have liked to kind of shadow the principal a little bit more, and also people in the central office, which are the superintendent on the financial, the human resource side, so that I can get an in-depth look at what it takes to run a school from that standpoint, because it is a difference. If you go to what we call the central office up that way, which is the superintendent, the finance department, human resource, it runs a little different. That's more of the business side. Allocating that money that they receive from the government and also from other stuff, and then making sure to go out. My recommendation for my site would be that they work on communication in the school system. Yeah, they need to work on communication and also work on team building. That's just me looking on the outside, looking from the outside in. Was able to talk to various people in different positions and really got some good feedback to help me with my goal as well. So that was really cool. So that is all about my extern. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions or comments, I'll take them now.
Y'all give him a clap. That was good, wasn't it?
How long you lived on your own school?
Been a minute. Like, I want to say that they don't have school for like fine arts and other stuff.
Just open doors, you gotta go up north.
Yeah, so I thought it would be cool to open up a school down this way where kids can come and actually
Show
do
they
talent.
Yeah,
You know, like
that's how
art.
all of them get successful.
Yeah.
Tupac, Jada Pinkett, they
Yeah,
always
all of them
all of them
went
went to the school.
fine art schools.
They always went fine art schools.
But you don't see it in the South a lot.
We don't have it in the South. They
So
only do it.
I really want to open up a school and combine the middle and high school so they can get exposed to that stuff and see different stuff. And then it also put them in the best spot to go to those universities like, New York and Florida and California, where they focus on directing and acting and singing and dancing. Because really, to be honest with you, to make it in that industry, it's about the school. At the end of the day, everybody that I have seen interviews for, I was able to see how they became friends. They became friends from going to those schools. So if I can build a school that do that, it will be really cool. So that's what I got for myself. Plus, I like the area. Any more questions?
Awesome job. Awesome job.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely like how you correlated your studies to the real world environment, particularly about attracting and retaining customers.
Yes.
Because that's one of the fundamental principles of business. How do we first get people through the door? And once we get them through the door, how we keep them?
Yeah, which is like I said, you be sure really get information to help me with my school, which hopefully in 5 years I'll be able to start getting off the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, Mr.
What's the
Walker.
name of your school gonna be?
I don't know. I've been playing around with some ideas.
Okay,
I don't
that's
really
cool.
know. So, but looking forward to that process. I already started a notebook and did the structure of leadership, because that seems to be the growing pain in school is you find these teachers who love to teach, but they're tired before they get the door because they wear 3 and 4 hats. They own some over 4 or 5 different committees, and by the time they get to your kid, instead of giving them 100, they can only give them 25%. And it was jacked up to see. So, like, seeing that, it let me know that my school, my teachers need to be focused on one job, teaching. Nothing more than just, coming in and teaching. If they find that they want to do something else, that'll be something that they can take on, but your number one job is to teach. So stuff like that you wouldn't know just looking in, because, on the outside looking in, as a parent, your child feeling, you going in ready to say, like, what's going on? But what you don't realize is the teacher, before they can even get in the door at 7 o'clock, they done had 2 parent conference, a meeting, they done had to do a report on something, go that. So it was just amazing to see that. So, yeah.
Very good job.
I do appreciate you for your time. I hope that you learned something, you gained something from me. I have a good day, all right?
Very good job. Very good job. Very good PowerPoint. Good communication skills. You showed that you definitely have mastered, the knowledge or the experience in presenting the information. So good job. Communication and presentation. Both good jobs. I'm impressed.
I think that's what I like about my high school. I was in like the 11th grade, but they took some of the focus like off. Well, they didn't take the focus off like school and learning and stuff, but they started opening up like different programs to like we have a major arts program now, and arts, sports, and like nursing and all that. You can graduate with a nursing degree at my high school now.
Yeah.
Wow.
They didn't have
Because
that.
they have college courses now in high school.
Yeah.
And see, even in that, like, I'm learning that it's a good thing, because some of the kids, they just want to get through the program, get their degree and start working. But the downside is it causing some of the kids to grow up fast.
Yeah.
They're missing out on, like, I had the opportunity to work at high school, and they was trying to fast track a lot of students. But like when prom came in, we used to all the seniors come in. Like half the group came because they like on the college campus somewhere now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're missing out on the high school life because they already like, I'm in college. So
I think that's why they
growing up a little
included, like,
faster than
juniors and seniors.
But in a way,
So
we
we have a
need
good
kids to
crowd.
grow up a little fast nowadays, because kids need to see the importance of life, of real life. Like, okay, I understand you're in college, but you're really supposed to be in high school, but now you need to learn to be a responsible young adult now.
Yeah.
So it's okay to go back to high school to their prom, but I think it's a good thing that they are already in college, because they are learning to be young adults. So
Yeah, I had like 8th graders in my 11th grade classes. Like,
Wow.
I was like, okay.
8th graders.
I'm gonna say they passed.
8th graders in 11th grade class.
I was like, how old are you?
Hey, but that's
She
a
was like
good
14.
thing, 'cause
I was like, okay.